How does someone go from making YouTube videos to making some of the hardest songs imaginable? In this video, I'm going to go over the story of the trap metal legend Scarlxrd. Scarlxrd is a trap metal pioneer, stirring trap, hip-hop, metal and more into his sound, and he infuses these genres seamlessly. I've been a fan of Scar for a while, and I saw him live a few years back. I think Scar is an artist who is often underappreciated by people, and I think he deserves more respect for what he has achieved in his career. Marius Lucas Antonio Lisfrop was born on June 19th in 1994 and grew up in Wolverhampton, England. As a kid, Scar was raised up being immersed in music. His mother would listen to old school rave music, and his family on a whole exposed him to dub, indie, drum and bass, techno, funk, disco, and even more genres. His mum often dragging him to festivals with him. Scar saying the artists that captivated him the most at the time were the ones that brought energy and provided a visceral experience to their audience. However, he was introduced to the sound which inspires his current music from his cousins, who showed him Limp Bizkit. This consequently led Scar to delve into the genre of nu metal, and he would also cite Slipknot, Deftones, Linkin Park and Korn as his musical and vocal influences whilst growing up. However, the first time Scar actually considered being a performer was when he saw The Prodigy live, and he says that's when he first thought, okay, I want to do this. After spiralling into nu metal, Scar would attend more festivals and concerts, and says he went to an under-18s event called Generation Rock in the Midlands, and headbanged until his neck was sore. He was clearly passionate for the genre. However, before he became Scarlxrd, he would be a YouTuber, with Scar's parents having a rule that when you hit 18 you get kicked out of the house. So Scar, before he became 18, would look for a way to drive income for himself, and came across YouTube, and around 2012 he would start a channel by the name of Mazzy Maz, and would start to make videos. However, in 1 month he only made £3.10 at first, but he didn't let this dishearten him. He saw it as an opportunity to work harder and push this number up further. And this hard work paid off, with Scar cultivating a fan base and making a name for himself. Eventually Scar would change avenues and would begin to pursue music, and although Scar was known by many as Mazzy Maz, he wanted to delve into music, as it was always his passion, and he has stated that before he started making his own tracks, YouTube was simply a way to let off steam creatively. However, Scar isn't ashamed of his time as a YouTuber, and says he learned a lot from creating content, and that what he learned while uploading videos on YouTube still remains paramount in his career to this day. In turn, this meant that to explore the world that he was so passionate about, he would have to leave YouTube and throw himself into the world of music, and this was immensely successful, with Scar kicking off his music career by forming the nu metal rap band Myth City in 2014. This would act as Scar's initial delve into music, with Scar starting to gain fans and the attention of many. But Scar found being in a band hard to deal with, as having to operate the creative direction of 4 people was tiresome, and thus Scar would go his own direction and would take on the name Scarlxrd. In late 2016, he would make his debut under the name Scarlxrd with his track Girlfriend, and he would continue to push out music, and by the end of 2016 he had released 2 albums, his self-titled album and Rose, and this would grow Scar even more attention. However, the next 2 albums would change everything, with the albums Cabin Fever and Chaos Theory breaking Scar into the public eye, and with the music videos for Chainsaw and King Scar both dropping within a week of one another in April and May of 2017, Scar would see immense success. Also, in these music videos you could see a clear aesthetic direction Scar wanted to create, with Scar rocking a now iconic black surgical mask inspired by the anime Tokyo Ghoul, as well as using Japanese characters in his videos, and replacing O's with X's. On the 23rd of June, Scar released the music video for Heart Attack, and the video and song went viral, with the song still being his most popular track to date. Since then, Scar has only continued to push with his music, and has consistently dropped projects over the past few years, my favourites being Dead Rising and Doom 2. Scar has also started his own brand Doom Life, which has been very successful, is inspired by techwear fashion, and takes a modern tactical aesthetic. If you have never heard Scar or this type of music, you may not like it. Admittedly, it took me a while to get into him when I first heard him, because I didn't like that sound of music at the time, but since then I've been listening to his songs to motivate me while lifting, and I now think that not many of us have the ability to bring out that emotion and drive in a listener. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day.